Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing, Friday, the 12th of April. So we'll start off as usual with the synoptic. So this is midnight last night. This low pressure over Iceland area is still sort of controlling the weather. There's quite a few lows lurking out in the Atlantic, but more importantly, this high pressure now that's sat over Europe is sort of tending to keep them at bay at long last. So if we run through to midday today, we have got a high pressure influence, a little ridge, a warm sector ridge with a southwesterly flow, and we should be clear of any rain or anything today, which should be nice. There will be some high cloud associated, unfortunately, some cirrus associated with these fronts, which is going to dampen the temperature a little bit, but it's not going to cause any problems flying wise. Spot winds today about 220, 230, 20 at flying height. And if we have a look at the cloud now, you can see what I'm referring to. Beautiful wave over Scotland today. The wave stands out really nicely on the forecast, and we're pretty well underneath this cirrus cloud that's going to curtail heating, but it's certainly not going to stop us flying, which is nice. Rain forecast today, nothing in our area, and the actual weather station Met Office forecast rain is also zero. So that's going to be nice in that respect. Local area forecast is saying overcast initially and then sunshine for the whole day. Southwesterly winds 15 knots thereabouts. Very, very good visibility, and we're generally all nice all round. Top temperature today is 16 degrees with a dew point down at about 12. Wind pretty well straight down 2-3. You can see the cirrus I was referring to earlier. It's going to get slowly thicker as the day goes on, but it's not going to produce any problems. Temperature at the moment from the Lasham website, 11.5 degrees, dew point down at 9, and there was no rain last night, which is really nice. It's indicating a southerly wind, but it's more southwesterly here. Odium is indicating, I'll try and refresh that once more. Odium is indicating 12 knots in the southwest, a few clouds at 1,000 foot. It's really stratus that's just floating through outside at the moment. And broken clouds is the cirrus I'm on about at 25,000. Running through the day, 10 knots in the southwest, few clouds at 1,000 feet, and scattered cloud at 1,200 feet. So that's pretty well going to be the day. And Farnborough concurs pretty well with that. 8 knots in the southwest. 10k or more, and no low clouds, nothing below 1,500 meters, no QNIMs, and good visibility. Top meteo is indicating some weak blue thermals today. So if I run through 10, 11 o'clock, only to about 2,000 feet, very, very weak blue thermals throughout the day. No cumulus here at all. I think it's just a little bit of strata Q that we've got out there at the moment, which is burning off, and sky sight is pretty similar. No cloud, effectively no cloud here. Sorbal height to 1,200 feet. You'll be getting higher than that on the winch launch. Winds 11, 13 knots, straight down 2-3 pretty well. No gusts worth mentioning. Upper cloud throughout the whole day. You notice the cirrus all the way through, and a bit of medium level cloud is saying up to about 12. And these cloud symbols here really for strata Q that's just floating outside, and thermal for strength pretty well insignificant. And no NOTAMs to affect the area today. So airfield operating then, we're going to operate on runway 23. There's a compass wind going on at the threshold of 09. It's the 727. It's not going to be a factor. He's going to be set down there doing his bits and pieces. We'll set up a runway 23. Today will be a dry setup. The grass is pretty well okay for operating on the normal dry operation today. Southwest wind, some top cover above 20,000 feet, but you can see that with weak blue thermals. Glider-wise, we've got a K21 and SH6 this afternoon available for casual flying list. There will be a second K13 available for that list this afternoon. There's one BI flight done at 11 o'clock, and then that'll be available. And one K21 is on course flying with Mike Birch, and all the remaining gliders are booked or available. Caution, dry flying, field drying, but please do not use the wheel brake on the grass at the moment. Remind about the buggies. We're putting the buggies, radios on the buggies. It's working really well at the moment. So please listen in. If you're out and about, please listen into the radio. But what we'll do is, as Sam said the other day, we can't see the numbers of the buggies when the far end of the airfield, but we know what glider they're towing. So if you get a call sign 778 buggy, then you know it's for you, and we might be asking you to do something else. So just bear in mind that comms. And the simulator, of course, is always available. I just wanted to quickly show you the booking system and how the casual list is starting to work. So the top half is what you're all familiar with as normal, but the bottom half is where you can put your name down for any casual flying. So you see it's starting to work. It's starting to become more effective. The problem, as always, I suspected may be we need instructors as well to fly the casual list students. So there will be a requirement for a couple, 2 or 3 instructors, please, if you're available today, to come and help out on the airfield for the casual flying list. This Lasham office booking here, we've got 2 reciprocal visitors from Portugal, I think, something like that, who'd like to do some flying here, and we haven't got an instructor allocated to them yet. So if you fancy doing that, it'd be really, really useful. And just finally, the runway standard 2-3 operation, aerotoing to the west, winching to the east, winch down the far end, cables up the side of the runway, and the wind pretty well down the strip. Barry's puddle is getting smaller and smaller. It's still damp down there. There's no puddles per se, but if you end up doing launch failures and landing up very close to the winch, it is still very, very soft. So please be careful with the wheel brakes if you do end up down there. Okay, thanks. Let's make the most of today. It's going to be good, and I'll see you out on the field. See you soon. Bye-bye.